Hey everyone. Okay, hey everyone. This is my Arrowverse Heroes tier list. So I hope you enjoy it, and you can comment on how you would rate the heroes down below. So first up is Thea Queen, Thea Queen, aka Speedy. Now I'm gonna give her a B, only because I think she could have. I she was in the show for a while, but I think she could have done a little more. Everything about her is good, but I just wish they kept her on the show and didn't get rid of her. Because she was good as Speedy and a good helper for Oliver and everything. Now we have Roy Harper, aka Arsenal. Um, I'm gonna put him in the what's it called? In the A category, if I could get to go up there. I'm gonna put him in the A category because it would put him in S, but they only used him very little and didn't do much with him. Everything else about him though is really good. Like his costume, his whole storyline, especially in the most recent season where Oliver. And if you haven't watched all of the recent season, you might want to click away from this video because this does contain a little bit of a spoiler right now. But if you did watch the recent season 7, I might be mistaken if that was a good season, but I don't. Yeah, season 7. Um, when Roy came back after a while, and Oliver found out he died because of his bloodlust that he showed on that one mission. He knew that was from the Lazarus pit. That whole bit was good, so that's why I'm putting him in an A. Next we have I think his name was Rory or something. I forget, but he was the guy who was like Ragman. He was only around in season 4 or something like that. And he's not too good, really. I'm gonna put him in the because like I said, he was only around for one season. He didn't do much. The only really redeeming thing about him was his student powers. So yeah, Nora, aka XS. I'm gonna give her a C. Actually, no, I think I could do better than that. I'm gonna give her an S. I'm putting her all the way up there because she was really good during season 5 of The Flash. She made the season go really well. Her whole plot twist of working with Thorn and Sherlock, revealing that to the Team Flash was really good, and how she, and then her trying to fix that and dying in the end of the season was really, it's like a good, like not a good moment because I'm happy she died, but a very emotional, moving moment. Although I think they could have done a little bit better with her suit because it did look close, like very similar to Iris's in that one episode, but when she got Barry's speed. Um, Alex, I'm gonna put her in the C category. I mean, she did help out a little bit, but she only helped out Supergirl for a little while and didn't do much because she didn't have superpowers and she could only do so much since she was with the DEO. And the whole memory loss thing and then gaining it back like in one episode was a little off-putting for me. Then we have Curtis Holt, aka Mr. Fantastic. I'm gonna be putting him in the A category because he was good and his actor was good. Everything was good about him, but he really didn't have any superpowers per se, which is the only downside. He had those T-sphere things, as he calls them. but other than that, he was a pretty good guy. Now we have Dinah Drake, aka Black Canary, and I'm putting her in the S category. Once I put it up there, because her whole storyline during the past couple seasons was really great. Her still sticking on a team even after she, lost her ability to cry was good. And she always, still has a position on the team no matter what. And she's kind of like the emotional support for the team. She leads them in the right direction. Now we have the main man of the Arrowverse himself, Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow. Sorry about that. I think it's pretty obvious where he goes. He's definitely going in the S category, because it'd be a crime not to put him there. Throughout the whole show, he's been good. I'm actually upset at the ending Arrow after next season. Wish Stephen Amell wasn't done with this show, but he has to end sometime, I guess. I really liked him, especially in the beginning when he was like doing this, revenge for his father. He was like, and every time he in his whole little catchphrase, "You have failed this city," it was pretty good. Yeah, he's been great throughout this whole show. Although some of the costume changes didn't really fancy me. They were not kind of good. Like the short sleeved one wasn't the best. I like the long sleeve suit he had better. And his identity being revealed to the entire world, where he basically didn't even need to wear the mask anymore, and working for the police officer as Arrow was good. Now we have Sarah Lance, aka White Canary, who was in Arrow and then, moved over to Legends. Now I'm going to put her in A, but only because the only time she really wore her suit was for the little bit of time she was in Arrow, and then the first 2 seasons, or really just first season and a half of Legends, and that's with all the Legends characters. They just stopped wearing the suits after a while and didn't really do anything. So if she kept her suit on, if they let her keep her suit, they would have put her in S probably. Now we have Laurel Lance from Us 2, aka Black Simon, aka now the new Black Canary. I'm not putting her in F, don't worry. I'm going to put her in S, but something I found, so I can't really move it up that far. So I'm putting her in S because I liked the whole story during this season. Going from bad to good. Because she realizes, over the past 2 seasons, because when she was first introduced, she was evil and didn't want to conform to the Earth One Laurel's ways. But when Quentin died, she realized that she should become good, and eventually, at the end of this past season, became Black Canary. Which I respect. Now, one of in my opinion, the coolest characters on Flash, because of all his references to pop culture. I'm going to put in the S category. And I'm going to miss Cisco, I have to say. Wish he wasn't leaving after the season. Oh, and I meant to say when I named him Cisco, he's also, as you know, Vibe. I like his time as Vibe better than his just. Actually, I liked him both evenly as his time as Vibe and just the computer guy behind the scenes. His superhero time was really good, helping out the team and everything. And he, like I said, he always made those pop culture references no matter where he was, whether it was in the field or behind the computer. He was always making just references to things because of the nerd that he is. And they really portrayed him well. They made him a very likable character. So yeah. Now Constantine. And he's going to have a superhero name, but yeah. I'm only putting him in the A category because I don't know him as much as some might. Because I know he has his own show, but I only knew him from Legends, and he was pretty good in there. But the only thing I wish is they did like a little bit of a better costume for him because all this is like suit, and they gave him, I wish they gave him like a little superhero name in Legends. That'd be good. Next we have Ralph Dibny, aka Elongated Man. Took me a second to remember his superhero name. Sorry. I'm gonna put him in the B category, along with the, because they haven't really fully stretched out, no pun intended, his character yet. But in Flash, because he's only been around for a little bit, and they haven't had time to, fully develop him. Hopefully, do a little more with him in season 6. In season 6 and season 5, he was there for like 2 episodes at a time, and then be gone. He would be gone for like 3 or 4. I really wish he was like around more. Now, Felicity, this is gonna be a hard one, but I think I'm gonna put her in C because she wasn't really in the field. She was only in the background, on the computers as Overwatch, and she is, I know, universally hated, but I think she was good in supporting the team, and I kind of like the whole Felicity kind of deal and everything. She did annoy me at some times, but she was pretty good. Now we have Martin Stein and Jefferson Jackson, aka Firestorm. I'm gonna put these two, well, I guess this one character in the B category because he was only really the only time he really showed up was in Legends. I mean, yeah, he was in Legends, but then again after a while he too, these Jefferson and Stein also stopped using their powers after a while. They were the only ones though to last longer than just seasons 1 and 2. But the B category I'm doing also because the reason is because they did have a good storyline though, and the way Jefferson just cried when he had to drink that like little separating serum so that Jefferson could survive, but it killed Martin and Crisis on Earth X crossover, I believe it was. Yeah, that was a really moving storyline, and that was good. So that's why he's gonna go there. Now Superman, I feel like goes in F because he was never really around in the Supergirl show. He didn't have much. I didn't think the actor did much for him. The only upside to him was that he helped out Supergirl and made fans of Superman somewhat happy, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's really it. And now we have Flash, who I'm going to put into the S category. Because, he's really cool. His whole thing throughout the entire show so far is good. I'm glad the show is going to keep going for a while. And, he's played by Grant Gustin, who's, I think, is a good actor. So, yeah, now we have, Vixen, aka Amaya Jue. I don't know how you pronounce the last name. I'm putting her in C because they didn't really use her much in Legends, and they should have replaced her after she got killed, but they didn't, so that's why I'm putting her there. I don't know who this guy is, so I'm not gonna rate him. If you can let me know who this dude is in the comments below, please do. Now S2 Flash, aka Jay Garrick, the real Jay Garrick, not Zoom, aka Hunter Zolman. It's Jay Garrick, played by the same actor as Henry Allen, Barry's dad. I feel like he deserved to go in S with his son in a way, because like I said, he was played by the same actor. Because he was always there from Barry, and after Zoom killed Barry's dad, he kind of became the father figure, which is ironic, 'cause like you said, he's played by the same actor, which is cool. Now Rip Hunter. I think he goes in the B category, or the actually the A, because he was good, but he was only in two, I think like 2 seasons of the show Legends of Tomorrow. I think they could have used him more and given him more like abilities to help out. And now I'm gonna do these two together. Captain, I mean Lennon Snot and McFlurry, aka Captain Cold and Heatwave. Now they both are gonna go in the S category. I mean A category. The only reason I'm not putting them in S is because why they whole from bad on the Flash to good on Legends, because they felt like being heroes mattered. Storyline was pretty cool. They too, like all the Legends characters, stopped using their weapons or powers after a while, which was kind of a letdown for them, especially since their cold gun and heat gun were the only cool things about them besides their voices. Now this is we have Mon L, aka I think it was Valet, his hero name. I'm gonna go with F on him. Because while he did have his superhero costume, eventually, he never really went out in the field too much with Supergirl or anyone, so I'm gonna put him there. Now we have, so next is, why did I forget his name? Sorry, I forget, I'm just completely blinking right now. I forget his real name. Oh, Renee Rodriguez. Renee Rodriguez, aka Wild Dog. I'm gonna put him in the S category. Because he was really good. He always had fun quips. And his whole this Wild Dog story was really awesome. They made him really good. His whole thing with trying to protect Zoe and everything was really good. Batgirl, we haven't seen her much except for the most recent crossover, the Elseworlds crossover, but they are making a new show for that's gonna come in the fall. That's gonna be part of the Infinite Earth crossover. I'm gonna put her in the B category for now, because she was pretty good in the crossover, but we only got to see a little bit of her. And now John Jones and whatever her real name was, I forget. But they're both Martians, Martian Manhunter and Mr. Martian. I'm gonna put Martian Manhunter in the A category and Miss Martian in the B. Miss Martian goes in the B because they didn't really use her much. I wish she was around more. It would have been a useful thing for them to team up together. And Martian Manhunter in A because he was really good. His whole trying to keep the secret of him being a Martian for a while was really nice. Now Supergirl can go in the C category because while she is a good character and everything, I feel like she could use a costume update, because the only really update she got to her costume was like that thing that Lena built for her. Which, speaking of Lena, I hope she doesn't become evil now that she knows her best friend is Supergirl because of Lex. Which again, you might want to go away for this spoiler. At the end of the season 4 finale of Supergirl, if you saw it, Lena was, after Lena found out, she was having she was in Harvest drinking that whiskey and smashed it down on the picture of her, Eve, and Kara, because Eve betrayed her because she was really evil, and Kara betrayed her because she never said she was Supergirl. Although she was about to in that one episode when they were flying home on that plane. And if you remember, Lena was like, when Lena was apologizing, Kara was blowing it off. Just brushing it off because she wasn't gonna get hurt no matter what. And Lena got upset with Kara because she's like, I'm trying to apologize to you. That explosion could have killed you. And Carl was like, it wouldn't. And I just like took off her glasses and was about to reveal that she was Supergirl, but then Lena, of course, had to talk about how she was hurt and would never trust anyone, and that just ruined the whole thing for me. But back to the thing that the whole like smashing the picture with the cup really got me, because with Lena, because probably she's probably gonna be the season 5 villain along with Lex. She probably like, try to join Lex and her mom in becoming evil, but I hope she understands. I hope they change that and make her understand that like the writers like switch the plot and show her like understanding that she was keeping the secret because she had to. Next we have Caitlin Snow, aka Killer Frost. I feel that she goes in the S category because, ironically, I feel like she's pretty hot. No, pun intended, because she's cold and everything. But not only that, but because her whole storyline of being first evil and working with Sabaton and becoming kind of a anti-hero in season 4 and then a full-on hero in season 5 was really good. And that whole like little sneak peek at the end of season 5 of her pulling that sheet off and then Camel kind of like going to the back of what I can only assume is her new costume, which I'm glad she's getting because her costume's not really too much. But yeah, her powers and everything is cool. Next is Ray Palmer, aka the Atom. I'm putting him in the A category. The only reason I'm putting him there is because he too stopped using his suit, but the whole kind of Neuron possessing him and making him into Rayon, as it was called, was an interesting story, and having everyone save him was pretty cool. And now Bebo, I'm gonna put an F because he really only showed up in that one season of Legends. That's all there really is to say about him. Plus, he's not much of a hero. He's just a possessed object. And finally, we have Zari, who did not have really a superhero name, which I hope she does get one eventually. Oh no, she probably won't, because now Zari is the dude, after that whole timeline changing thing. But her wind powers were pretty cool. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this rating. Leave what do you think you would rate the heroes as down below. Peace.